Alright, what's up guys? Back with another quick one here. It's just going to be a simple video on why Boolymon is my favorite artist right now. So, you might be familiar with Boolymon because of recent songs that were taken down, such as his tapes with Osama, or his own music that was also taken down. Now, I'll just cover it right away. He is beefing with a certain group of people. If you're familiar with this music, then you probably know that. But honestly, I don't get too deep into that. I just ignore it. I just vibe with the music. I don't really have any skin in the game there. Now, why do I rock with his music? To be honest, his production that he produces is not only incredible, but it brings a new post-Pierre sound. With the video game samples and instruments, he's just a really good producer overall, to be honest. Not only does he produce his own music, but he also has notable collaborators such as Margella, Tuvert, Peru Baby, Osama-san. He's got a lot of people and a lot of connections that he messes with. One of my favorite things about Boolymon is just the depth of his discography. I mean, dude, if you search up Boolymon and actually go through the songs, I saw someone say he had 700 songs or something. I'm assuming that includes production too, but Jesus Christ, he puts in work. Some of my favorite songs from Boolymon include Baloney, Baloney 2, Megalodon, Drewski, Tiki Land. Honestly, the list just goes on. It's kind of banger after banger after banger. If you do dive deep and you're into the sound, you're gonna find a lot of songs that you actually mess with. Now, I said I wasn't gonna get too deep into the beef between him and a certain demographic of people, but I will just say I do appreciate the fact that he just kind of says whatever in his music. He's not really looking to appease anybody or do anything. He kind of just says what comes to his mind, and I respect that at the end of the day. Honestly, when I listen to Booley, I don't even know what kind of vibe he gives me. It's almost like his own vibe. That's really why I mess with him as well. You might be familiar with Peru Baby. I'll probably do a video on him as well, but he's a frequent collaborator, and you can even see all the influence that Peru gets from Booley himself as a rapper, and honestly it's pretty cool to see. One of the funniest things with Boolymon too is that classic Boolymon performance where they had the fake Boolymon at the Tubman show. That is just classic lore at this point. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up the Tubman show and Boolymon. Basically, they just had a fake Boolymon perform, and it was honestly hilarious. And now Boolymon is kind of beefing with a few people as well because of it. But overall, it was just a pretty funny thing. If you haven't heard of Boolymon, personally, I would start by just getting into his production. To be honest, you're not really going to like it right away. It does have the aggressive 808s that are very distorted, but honestly, I think it's great. I would consider it an acquired taste, so I'm not going to sit here and say you have to like Boolymon, but I think if you're into underground music, if you like beats that Laser Dim goes on or someone like that, where it is a little more distorted, you like the Osama music where he gets more distorted, you should check out Boolymon. I'll drop a list of songs on the screen or in the description or something like that, so definitely check these out and let me know what you think in the comments. Another thing that makes me laugh about Boolymon, to be honest, is the fact that he doesn't clear any of the samples with his music or anything. So it's all of his music is like a ticking time bomb on Apple Music, because you know as soon as it gets big enough, they're gonna take that shit down. Obviously, recently he also had his music taken down. That was a whole thing. I don't know what the hell happened there. It seemed like DistroKid removed it for editorial discretion because of who he was beefing with. But either way, it does look like most of the music is back up. The one thing, or the things that we're still missing, is the Osama tapes and Tony and shit like that. But it does look like a lot of the singles are back up. Me personally, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Booleymon's gonna blow up or anything. I mean, he's a pretty niche rapper. His sound is pretty niche, but I would say he's genuinely top 3, top 1 in the underground right now. There's just something about his music that just honestly hits different, as cliche as it is to say. There's just something there. There's a certain magic in the Boolymon music. If I had one last thing to say about Boolymon, it would just be give him a chance, bro. Get into his production, see if you're rocking with that. If you're rocking with that, check out a few songs, see what he can do. You honestly might be surprised. I feel like he gets better every month. It's every month he's dropping new music that's better than last month, so definitely tap in. Anyway, drop a like, drop a comment. You know how it is. More shit coming soon.